They died of starvation.
Oh,
They
well, if you
couldn't survive.
stole formal session for the Yamhill County Board of Commissioners for June 2nd, 2016. Mr. Gall, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we have set aside for public comment. It's a 30-minute time period reserved for public comment on any topic other than quasi-judicial land use matters or another topic scheduled for public hearing. Unless restricted by the chair or majority of the board, it's limited to 3 minutes per person. Joining us now is Mr. Joseph Gall, who has requested some time to speak. Mr. Gall, would you state your name and your address for the record, please?
My name is Joseph Gall. My address is 1156 Southwest Westvale Street, McMinnville. And thank you for giving me this comment time. And I want to thank Mr. Springer. And I don't understand why we don't have an invitation this morning.
Oh, my guy didn't show up this morning. I had somebody scheduled.
Thank you for bringing that into the meeting, because we are a Judeo-Christian country. And Chuck, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I had intended to give,
Looks like you and Chuck are going to the same barber. What's,
well,
Hey, when you can grow it, you can grow it. You know what I'm saying?
I had intended to give a brief genealogy of the rule of law. Specifically, Constitution of the United States, Articles 1, 4, and 6, as well as the Bill of Rights, Amendment number 1, Amendment number 10, as well as the Constitution of Oregon, Article 1, Section 7, 11, and 15. And I wanted to talk about Oregon Revised Statute, Chapter 203, as well as Oregon Revised Statute 104.075. However, since you have taken up the same mantra that the previous commissioners have taken, allow me only 3 minutes comment time, I have to digress. And I want to instead talk about this, which I will give to you. This is my copy of my appeal before the Board of Property Tax Appeals. A copy of that, as well as a copy of my letter to the Oregon State Sheriff's Association, and a copy of the letter written by Governor Kate Brown, the letter she wrote to President Obama, as well as an independent letter to the Attorney General Lynch, as well as the FBI Director Comey. The copies of these letters are attached here. And there's one more letter, or not a letter, but a cover that I addressed the issues that our dear sheriff was at one time K-9 handler. And I wondered, and I made some notes here that you could read at your convenience. And because of your limiting the comment time to 3 minutes, which is illegal and is unconstitutional, because the First Amendment allows me to petition for redress of grievances. And my grievance here attached in this binder has been going on for 14 years.
Time,
This
Madam
is-
Chair.
This is my 14th time that I filed a petition, an appeal to the illegal assessed taxation of my mobile home, which by law is declared personal property. But the Board of Property Tax Appeals, and you'll see it in here, they chose to reclassify it as real property, which they have no authority to do according to Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution. So they are in violation of the law. Now, are we a country of laws, or are we a country of, well, you put your own adjectives to it. Can I hand this to you?
Yes, if you want to give it to Carrie, she'll make sure that we have it. We'll take that. Thank you, Mr. Gall. I appreciate you coming.
Do I have time to go through the genealogy of the?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gall. At this point, we've gone through over the allotted amount, and to be fair to those who come who are restricted, I think we can take that information under advisement, and we do have to at some point limit this discourse because of the parameters and the constraints of a meeting. We could not let everybody who came speak for the, totality of their thoughts. It would just be a meeting that went on, and we have to respect the meeting process. So I think with the information you provided us, we'd be able to take a look at that and give it some consideration. But in this venue, I don't think that would be appropriate to continue on past this time limit.
Well, I have to disagree with you. This is the venue for public comment. This is the venue for a common citizen like myself to vent their grievances and ask for redress. This is that venue. And OROS Chapter 203 gives you, the Board of Commissioners, the legal and obligatory obligations to pursue any criminal conduct within the county.
Correct.
You have that power in Chapter 203.
Yes.
All you have to do is come together as a forum, and order your legal counsel to file suit against those who have disobeyed the law and are still disobeying the law.
Well, Mr. Gall, I think at this point, we have to agree that while we might disagree on the outcome of what the Board of Property Tax Appeal and some of the other jurisdictions that have made a ruling on your particular case, while we might not agree with them, I think at this point, what we can do is take your information and look at it, share it with county council, and then if we can, perhaps pursue a conversation with you outside this venue. So at this point, unfortunately, we're going to have to limit this.
Well,
But thank you for coming.
you have allowed 30 minutes, and I don't see anybody else here that wants public comment time. Why can't you just simply give me or anybody else that comes in here, the time that you set aside, 30 minutes for public comment? But I thank you anyway for the time you have given me. I appreciate that. And again,
Good to see you, good to see you, Mrs. Gall.
I thank you for bringing in the
Invocation.
You'll have to forgive me, I am at an age now that my brain doesn't always immediately recall what I want to say.
We agree that because we are going through that ourselves, so
Well, you
we
got a ways
can
to go
understand
before
that.
you reach my age of 85.
Well,
All
we
right.
thank you for your passion and for your continuing to come before us, and we do appreciate this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gall.
Yeah.
All right, at this point, we'll entertain a motion for the approval of the consent agenda, item B.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I would move for a approval of consent agenda B 1 through 6, I believe.
Madam Chair, if I could point out one thing, we removed 3. That's now appearing under other business.
Okay, with the exception of item 3.
All right, we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of item 3. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. Down to old business, we have none. Under D, other business, add-ons and non-consent items. Item number 1 would be the consideration of the ratification of proposed school district boundary change between the Beaverton School District and the Hillsborough School District, transferring approximately 165 acres into the Hillsborough School District and transferring approximately 247 acres into the Beaverton School District.
So, Madam Chair, I ask that this be pulled from the consent agenda simply because I wanted to give Commissioner Springer a chance to say anything or make any comment he might have wanted to about this. It's the board order and the exhibit is in the packet, so if you've had a chance to review that, you may not have any questions. This is a boundary change that's entirely within Washington County, has no impact on the boundaries of the school districts that would be under the Yamhill County District Boundary Board's authority. But it is a little bit of an unusual item, so I just wanted to make sure that give you an opportunity to ask any questions or make any comments that you wanted on that.
I'm fine
Are you
with
okay with
as
that?
written, yeah.
All right. I entertain a motion to approve item D1, the consideration of the ratification of the school district boundary change.
Okay, so Madam Chair, I move for approval of, now, it was B3 and now it is D1.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item D1. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously. We have another add-on, which is the auction list, and that is for a public auction on Saturday. And Russ is here from Public Works.
And Madam Chair, before Russ speaks about the auction and the rest of the list, he did mention to me that Cynthia added some old transit buses and is attempting to get the state to release 2 of the buses in time for the auction, and they are on the vehicle list that you have before you, 24X and 25X, and if they are not released by the time of the auction, then Russ won't have them in the auction, but we'd still like you to declare them surplus, just in the event that they would be released by the state in time for Saturday's auction. And then I'll leave the rest to Russ to discuss with you.
So Russ, do you want to tell us about all these treasures you've collected over the years?
Well, yeah, in anticipation of our new shop being built, we've got 60, 70 years of accumulation of parts that were upstairs, used parts, and every nook and cranny around the place. So we've cleaned all those out. And a lot of old benches and things that won't go in the new shops, we're getting, selling those at the auction. But we also have a list here of some of the equipment, cars that we would normally sell on eBay or other avenues too, we want to get rid of.
And then the revenue from this auction goes into your general, to your budget?
Yeah,
Public Works?
the items that belong to Public
Belong to
Works,
Public Works.
yeah, we have rental sales, surplus property. Some of it will go into the replacement fund, some of the vehicles, but some of it will actually go back into Public Works. And there are a few items here that belong to other departments too, that those funds will go to Weiss, and I think there's some there for the sheriff that will go into the replacement fund on those also.
Russ, are these, the values on page 1, are those like a minimum bid, or is there no, is there no minimums? Is this just?
There's only minimum bids on a few items, and it would be the bigger ticket items, like the numbers that end in X. There's the excavator, the minimum of $37,500 on it. There's a pickup bed there that we have, item 20X, we'll put $1,000 minimum on that. And then 21X will be a $1,500 minimum. But most everything else.
The rest of them don't have reserves on them?
No reserves.
Right, okay. And I notice you have some that say previously declared surplus. Are those that have been through this process before, nobody picked up, and we're running them through again, or?
No, this just really mainly is our auction list, but some of these that were previously declared surplus, we had not listed them on eBay yet.
Oh, okay.
So, and there's a couple of Wyson items here, the motorcycle 27X and 28X. We put them on eBay, but we had a number of, 2 different occasions on each of those where the auctions had been won, but the buyers never followed through, because it tracks kind of the crowd that will reckless, I guess you'd say, on their bidding. But, so this will give us a way to.
So this will go on eBay, but also be a live auction?
No, we won't do that. A couple of these had previously been on eBay.
Right.
And didn't sell.
But are they going back on eBay, or?
No.
Okay.
No, they will just be sold.
Okay, just a live auction.
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
I like your descriptions on the generator, the 1962 generator, old and tired.
Yes, yes.
And may I ask what a man basket is?
Well, yeah.
It's a little decoration with craft paper in it, you know.
The
that-
tissue paper and.
I did have this as flower basket on there, but I thought I better change that. We had a man basket when we used to have a crane that we would lift people up, workers up into. Well, it's not certified, it's not rated, so we're selling it as scrap metal. So that somebody doesn't attempt to use it, we dismantled it, so, yeah, it's scrap metal.
Interesting, okay.
It would look good near your garden, I mean, just kind of as a,
Oh, flower basket.
Filled with geraniums.
Chuck and I are going to go against each other for the Schwinn scooter.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's mine. That is mine.
what is that? The Schwinn scooter, is it
Scooter?
motorized?
Yeah, it's 49 cc's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
When they seized the drug dealer had a pickup, and they seized the pickup, and I guess the law reads that anything attached to the pickup. Well, this pickup had a trailer on it, and the trailer had 3 motorcycles, Harley Davidson we've previously sold, and then these 2 bikes. So technically, the law says, hey, it's attached to the pickup, it's county property. So these are 2 left over from that.
Would you say the date and time of the auction for the record?
Yeah, that will be June 4th at 10 a.m.
At Public
at
Works.
Public Works, 2060 Northeast Lafayette Avenue. And it is advertised in the Capitol Press, the News Register, and the Newburgh Graphic. It's called.
Do we have that on our website?
No, we don't, but we'll put it on there.
Okay,
There you go.
great. Well, Russ, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that. So that would be considered item D2, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Item,
Oh, no.
no, D, well,
Oh, it's Adam.
D2, because you had D1 already.
oh, okay,
Yes, you're right.
got it, all right,
All right. So entertain a motion to
Thank you.
approve. Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
thanks.
Approve item D2, the surplus for the auction.
Yeah, I would move the approval of D2.
All right, we have a motion to approve item D2. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, passes unanimously. Public hearings, we have none. Announcements, I'd like to say thank you to
We have another item.
One more.
One more
You
item.
do?
It's another piece
Oh,
of paper, you have that?
yes, we
There
do.
you go.
It's the, the approval of the formal session the formal session minutes from March 10th, 2016.
So, Madam Chair, I'd move approval of D3.
Okay? Move approval, we have a motion to approve item D3. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion passes. Next, announcements. Wanted to thank Chuck Vesper for 2 decades of service, and Chuck always says that when somebody leaves an organization that usually you don't find that they're missed and that there's any slack. That it's like putting your hand in a bucket of water and you take your hand out and the water remains unmoved, but I think that's different in Chuck's case.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I know I really, really am going to miss him. So thank you for your service and the fact that you really always did put the county's best interests first.
And remember, we can call you in at any time if we need you, so
And
Keep that in
we're
mind.
kind of needy, so.
keep that in mind.
Yeah. I know how to put you on the auto reject list, too.
Block.
Do not
I can-
call.
Well, I wanted to-
I can bring it blocked.
I'll just say this, of the boards I've worked with, this has been the best board to work with. And I've enjoyed my relationship with the board and being able to just say my piece, and unless the boss looks at me wrong and I don't get to say it, but otherwise, I pretty much do. And, you know, administration and county council and HR and finance have all congealed into being a great team. And the citizens and electeds have a lot to be proud of with that group of people.
Yeah.
And it's been my privilege to work with them, so, thank you.
It's been
Thank you,
good.
Chuck.
It's been good.
But despite all that, you're leaving anyway.
Huh?
Despite all that, you're leaving anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'll be a good thing for you.
All right, well, at this point, we'll close our formal session for June 2nd, 2016. It's 10:21.